You know, sometimes I think about how Beyonce has never won Album of the Year. It just like randomly pops in my head. She's won 32 Grammys and has been nominated 99 times. So that means that she's also lost 67 times. And when I randomly think about this fact, it just helps me to remember that there is no success without failure. In order to be successful, you have to fail. You have to. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about failure, and specifically the fear of failure and how it inhibits us to really go after our goals, our dreams, and our desires wholeheartedly. And yeah, so grab your tea, grab your coffee, whatever your favorite beverage is, and get comfy, and let's demystify failure. So guys, let's talk about failure. So the fear of failure is one of the most paralyzing forces in the human experience. It tells us creatives that our work isn't worthy, we're not good enough, and there really isn't a need to kind of try because we could fail. Because of that, we shouldn't even risk giving something our all. Failure inhibits us to put our work out there, to share our voice with the world, our voice that can inspire people, connect us to others, and even heal others. Failure tells us that it's not worth being vulnerable because someone might judge us or perceive us in a negative light. But the truth is, you have no control on how someone's going to perceive you. And I'm here to tell you that failing isn't all that bad. It's not. It's not. We have to stop giving failure so much credit and so much power and just do things anyway. Do things afraid, because even if you do fail, you still have the courage and the audacity to do something that you wanted, even if it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out. And that makes you brave. It makes you bold. It makes you courageous. And those are characteristics of a leader. Those are characteristics of a badass bitch. Those are characteristics of Beyonce. And I don't know about you, but I want to be more like Beyonce. Okay, so let's get to the nitty-gritty. The reason why I really want to have this conversation with you guys is because I have been going through a little transition of my own and kind of dealing with the fact that I felt like a failure because I'm now closing a chapter in my life. And yeah, I just wanted to be honest and vulnerable and just talk about it. And I think that through having discussions like this, it kind of sheds light on the fear of failure and failing. And it's me not giving away my power to this negative feeling that I was having. So yeah, done with my ramble. So for those of you that know me off of YouTube and apart from my YouTube journey, you know that I started a lifestyle brand called Single Girl Club. And it is a media platform that really advocates for the empowerment of single women and teaches single women the importance of developing healthier relationships with themselves so that they can have healthier relationships with others. I also talk about the importance of being in a community and really going after your goals and your dreams despite, what others may think, and how you are more than just your marital status. So Single Girl Club has been my baby for, I want to say, about 5 years now. It's been a passion project of mine, and it's something that I really poured my heart and soul into. But I've come to the decision that it is now time for me to close the chapter of Single Girl Club. And this wasn't an easy decision to make. In fact, I had a little bit of a mentee bee when I even started pondering and just like entertaining this thought back in, I want to say July of 2023. That's when I started to like entertain the thought. And I had a little bit of a minty bee. Okay, I'm lying. I had a big minty bee. But anyway, I was really sad and really heartbroken because it wasn't something that I wanted to give up. I had this dream, this vision, this desire to really grow Single Girl Club into like this huge media conglomerate, and I wasn't succeeding. And I kept pivoting and trying new things, and everything that I was doing was failing, and I internalized it, and I felt like a failure. I felt like not only could I not succeed in making my goals and my dreams happen, but I also failed in really growing and cultivating this community for other women that really needed it. So I really internalized that, guys, and I was sad. I was in my feelings, and I can't help it. I'm a Cancer. You know what they say about Cancers, we're crybabies, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I be crying, okay? And I was crying. And so I kind of gave myself some time, and I was like, okay, maybe I am just burnt out, and maybe I should just take a break and kind of, entertain other interests and kind of pursue other interests. And time passed, and I came to the final decision that yes, it's time for me to close this chapter. And yes, it's time for me to make space for other things that I really want to pursue, other creative endeavors, other, collaborations and things like that of that nature. And yeah, so I am closing Single Girl Club. And looking back at it now, I'm really, really proud of myself for the things that I have accomplished with this platform. I did a lot of the things that I said I was going to do. I wanted to connect with mental health professionals, and I did that, right? I got mental health professionals to write blog posts for the website, but I also had IG live discussions with them and talked to them about the power of vulnerability. I got to have conversations about attachment styles and how we can recognize them and how we could develop secure attachment styles in all of our relationships. I did that. I was also able to have discussions with dating coaches, and I even had an amazing conversation over IG Live with an author, Lily Womble, who wrote the book, Thank You, More Please. Had a great conversation with her and really got to connect with her and learn more about her journey, and even read her book, which I thought was so informative. I learned so much about how to date with intention just by reading that book. So, and I know that that conversation helped other people too. And I know that that book is helping other people. So I was able to do that. I partnered with Frame here on Melrose. Okay. Partnered with Frame on Melrose, and I had an amazing event, and I talked to some stylists about the power of developing your personal style and how it can really help you boost confidence in your life. And that was amazing. Partnered with brands like Hayo and Gia. Single Girl Club was featured in publications like the LA Times, shout out LA, Grown Magazine, and I was even fortunate enough to be featured on some podcasts like the Friend Forward podcast and I Might Die Alone podcast with my girl Kayla. We even did a wine tasting to support the local nonprofit Single Moms Planet, and we raised funds to help single mother entrepreneurs. Like, I've done some pretty amazing things with Single Girl Club, and Single Girl Club taught me how to be a better businesswoman, a better collaborator, a better creative, and just a better entrepreneur all around. I've learned how to become more organized, and you know, it really did show me so many amazing things about myself. And although I'm closing this door, I'm also making space and room for new projects, new collaborations, and more incredible things like YouTube. Okay, so here are the top 3 things that I learned from failure. 1, you are not defined by your successes, and you are not defined by your failures. We cannot wrap our identity by how many times we've won and how many times we've lost. There is no success without failure. So in order to succeed, you will fail. That's the truth. Failure is inevitable. Stop fearing it. Stop it. Don't do that. 2, failure is feedback. You learn so many lessons after you've failed. I know that there's this really popular quote from Thomas Edison about how he failed 99 times before he was able to successfully create the light bulb. And he responded by saying that I didn't fail 99 times, I just learned 99 ways not to make a light bulb. So there's still lessons to be learned after we fail. There's still lessons to be learned after we've lost. And a part of growth is taking those lessons and applying them and moving forward. So failure is feedback. And if you start thinking it of that way, you'll be less afraid to try new things, to allow yourself to be curious, and to really step out there. It's okay to fail. It's information. Failing is collecting data. Number 3, which this one was kind of the hardest one because I am the eldest born daughter. And the last lesson is it's okay to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. And honestly, it took me a while to really get this through my thick skull that asking for help does not make me weak, and it does not mean that I am inferior to others. It is okay to ask for help. I'll just keep repeating it over and over again until you understand it is okay to ask for help. The people in your community want to help you. The people in your community want to see you succeed. And so asking for help really it takes a lot of the burden and a lot of the worry off of you. Ask for help when you need it and help others when they ask for help too. Okay? I feel like that deserves a hair flip. All right, so I hope this video gave you a little encouragement and really inspired you to go after your goals, after your dreams, and help you realize that failing is inevitable. You're gonna fail. It's gonna happen. And even when you do, it's important to get back up, face forward, and to keep going. So if you guys are watching this and you've recently failed at something, please talk about it in the comments. Let's demystify failure and shed light on it, right? Let's let go of the fear of failing and release the shame of failing in general, and let's talk about it. Let's connect with each other. Okay, guys. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my ramble. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. And I'm gonna ask that you guys like and subscribe and share this video if it inspired you and you think it was gonna help someone else in your community. That will really help me out. I really appreciate that. Well, until next time, stay curious, stay creative, stay brave, and remember that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Bye guys, thanks for watching. So until next time, blah 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 blah.